Okay, so we got a little investment scenario here. We got, as a child, Mikey receives a birthday gift of $100. His parents put it into account that gains 2.3% interest compounded daily. So it's our compounded interest formula from yesterday. Just to remind you that that's the P times the 1 plus R over N to the NT. All right, so this is write an exponential function for this situation. All right, cool. So principal amount, the initial amount invested is $100. 1 plus the rate, so convert this to a decimal, be 0.023 over n, number of times compounded. If you're daily, 365 days in a year, so 365, and then t. And so there's our function. Evaluate it after 15 years. So we can just type that in our main screen of our calculator if we want to, like so. 0.023 divided by 365 to the 365 times 15. And you can see Big Mikey here, he's got $141 and round that up to 20 cents after 15 years. And that doesn't feel very good. $100, 15 years later, turns into 141. I'm going to be honest, a lot of people do this kind of thing with their kids' money, and they think it's going to do something. They'll put in a savings account. And yeah, it's a savings account. It'll just sit there, but it doesn't turn into much. After 15 years to only make $41, I don't know. Could definitely do better than that. There's other options that we'll be looking at here going forward. Now it also says how many years till it has tripled. The easiest way to answer a question like that, aside from just sitting here and guessing and checking forever, would be to put the equation in your y equals and use the table. So that's the route I'm going to go. So I'm going to put in that same equation like so. Go to the table. Whoops, I got my table all funky right now. So let's go starting at 0, go by ones. Okay. So there's the initial part. We can even stop at 15 and see our answer from before right there. And then we are looking for triplets. We're looking for when he hits $300. And Mikey's going to be pretty old. So $300 happens 48 years later. Yikes. So interesting to know. And basically the takeaway from this should be a few things. This is a small interest rate. It is compounded daily, which doesn't seem to make a huge impact how many times it's compounded. More times is going to get you more money, but not by a huge amount. Basically, it's a really small interest rate. You want to find something that you can get a better interest rate on to be able to get more gain than this. Or the other option is invest a ton more money. If you invest a lot more money, if $100,000 triples, now you have $300,000. That sounds a lot more significant versus just $100. To get to $300 48 years later definitely doesn't feel worth it in my eyes. So we're gonna keep looking at this kind of stuff over the next couple days and hopefully get a good feel for these.